Welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, May 19th, 2021, episode number 692 of Hard Factor. I'm Will. We got Wes, Mark, Pat, and Bubba producing. Full house. I'm back again from yesterday. You guys had some nice yells, though. I heard that. That was good.
Two good mornings yesterday.
Yeah, no, that was loud. I think, Mark, you got louder than I could get, I think. Impressive.
I've gained weight, Will. You know, over the past 10 years, that's one of the advantages of gaining weight is the heft. Oh yeah, I couldn't have done that back in the day. You should see me hitting a golf ball and a baseball now. I got an extra 50 yards. Yeah,
I guess it goes.
I used to be a twink. Now I can yell.
Nice. Yeah, it got real loud. It was nice. Really got me going this morning.
Yeah.
So things coming up. The crypto show is launching this week. Are we going to release? We're going to film a pilot. Are we going to release the pilot?
If it's good.
Okay. So if the pilot goes well, you will have a crypto show. It'll be new. It'll be on a separate. We'll tell you where to find it.
I mean, we're our own network. Usually, you film a pilot to then get permission. So I hope it's good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be there for sure. Also, we're interviewing Grady Judd, so everybody get ready for that. Not sure when it's dropping on the pod, but just know that we will be talking to the man himself this week.
It will be immediately on Florida Man Friday on Patreon on Friday at midnight, or right around then. It will be there. It will release to everyone eventually, but it will be on Florida Man Friday on the Patreon. And I spent 2 hours today listening to Grady Judd press conferences.
They're so
yes, bro.
That's 2 hours that you really enjoyed too.
Oh my God. I didn't want to stop. My wife was trying to talk to me. I was doing work.
He's a showman.
We should try to find I don't know if you guys have any mugshots out there. I might be able to find one of mine and we could present our own old mugshots to him.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Who is this? Yeah.
What do you think this puppy did?
What do you think this piece of shit did?
I had a similar thought. I wanted to print out not credit as creative, but I wanted to print out current pictures of us and have him put them down on the table and be this is so and so. He's 37. He's a sick puppy. Just talking to us. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. We also, speaking of Patreon, happy hour this week, and it is a trivia happy hour this Friday night, May 21st. That is send in the car tier, patreon.com/hardfactor.
Yeah.
That's going to be very fun.
Can I touch on that real quick?
Hell yeah.
It's going to be super fun. So a buddy of mine from college launched his trivia company. So he's going to run it. So we're going to do it in Zoom. You got to be in the send in the car tier, which is our top Patreon tier. And part of the thing we've been doing is a monthly happy hour. But I think this is going to, if it works out, might be the thing we do every month. But so it's going to be bar trivia via Zoom. I'm going to be a captain. Mark's going to be captain. Will's going to be captain. Bubba's going to be a captain. We're going to randomly assign teams, and then we're going to battle it out. And there'll be a prize. We'll figure out what the prize is, but it's going to be fucking fun.
Well, you get to make fun of the other teams if you want.
Yeah, big time.
Right. It's certainly pride, and then hopefully an additional.
You're going to have to DM a nude as collateral before you start the show.
Really?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
a lot
Let's get
like
some
Nexium.
sexual harassment charges before the happy hour starts.
It worked for Nexium, bro.
Lawyer, Bubba's a lawyer. Get in here, Bubba. Tell him no. We're not. Bubba said he doesn't care.
DM
amazing,
Bubba.
Legally
Hard
gray.
Factor
Yeah, it sounds like that might be
email.
Okay.
Might be a fair play there. All right. Today's days are Boys Club Day. Woo. For Boys will be Boys Club Day, and Malcolm X Day, and then some others. But yeah, interesting mix.
What the fuck does
days
Boys
there.
Club Day mean? What is that?
Don't know. Boys Club.
Sounds like winding up a towel and slapping guys in the ass a lot.
Yeah.
We're all in the Boys Club today.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Big day.
Very similar to Top Gun Day.
Yeah, it's like the Top Gun volleyball scene there.
Yep. Yeah. So Boys Club Day it is. Anything else, fellas?
No.
All right.
Let's news it.
Let's do the news. Daily Buzz is up first. It's a top 5 today. Number 5. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Hard Factor is too scared to address all the UFO news coming out on the show." And first of all, that's not true, because you need to go, like we just talked about, to patreon.com/hardfactor to hear an extended UFO discussion on this week's Hive Hour podcast. Get in on those bonus podcasts. We do 2 a week. One of them this week talks about UFOs, but it's also number 5 on today's Daily Buzz, because there are some new videos coming out that are very hard to explain. They've been verified that they are from the Navy. But if you could roll that clip, the newly verified from the Navy. So, fellas, this is a orb floating over the ocean.
This is 18, 17. What? It looks like it's
Recent.
1960. Okay.
Recent. This is being videoed like from a monitor. It's black and white.
That looks pretty old, doesn't it?
It's tracking an orb over the ocean.
And the passive ability to launch helo ASAP.
These are the guys like, oh shit, we need to intercept this thing. This is a Navy like people.
Yeah,
like,
their scope is directly on it. Obviously, they're interested.
This orb is real squirrely. It's
it's just floating there.
It's dancing, is what I'd say.
That's an odd height to be at and a weird shape. Yeah.
Yeah, just a sphere, just a totally smooth sphere floating over the sea. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
It's
31
definitely
knots
something.
sustained.
It's not nothing. It's not.
Oh,
it went under. It went under.
Mark bearing and range.
Oh
Splash.
shit!
Exactly. The Navy
Went
said
under.
it. We didn't even have to say it. It splashed into the ocean. So that was, I mean, it's a UFO going into the ocean. Take it how you want to take it.
I had several explanations until the splash because it was hovering. It was going so slow. Like, I don't know how far away they were, but I thought like hot air balloon type thing. Like,
Yeah, me too.
but you would see the basket if it was that heavy. The hot air balloon wouldn't splash. I don't know if maybe it was wrapped around I don't know.
Is it possible that when it hit the water, it just all of a sudden deflated?
Wes, sure. I mean, it sure could be anything. That's what President Obama said this week when he went on late night TV. He said that the videos are real, confirmed, because the U.S. Navy has confirmed like that this one is real, but that the government doesn't know what the UFOs are. He also said what Rick Grinnell told us, somebody else with top secret, status, is that there are some things known about the search for aliens that are classified that the government cannot tell you. So Obama said the exact same thing, basically, that Rick Grinnell said. But,
Yeah, like they like peanut butter. We're not allowed to know.
I mean, who knows? But I think but who knows why they say it that way.
Well, I gotta ask you, buddy. You've been really banging the gong and Mark has too to a lesser extent, but you've been banging the gong that aliens live underwater for a long time.
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Now,
so,
how does this is pretty insane call by you that the orb just went into the water, and then
no,
if you were just watching the video,
No, Pat,
what
it was based
Yeah.
off of information.
right. I've watched Pat. The reason I believe that is because I've
DVDs?
watched pretty much every single UFO documentary out there.
Was it the Canary Islands? Is that where they think it is?
That was off the coast of like San Diego. Yep. And so like out there by Catalina Island,
Catalina, yeah.
they have a lot of activity. People have a lot of UFO sightings, and especially sightings of ships going into the water. So, I mean, yes, I believe that like now we just have like the clearest video that's been confirmed. Yeah, that's off the coast of California.
Where the
That's
fuck do you think they
going
live,
into
Pat?
the ocean. Right.
I mean, it's not
78
exciting.
to 80% of the Earth or whatever. I mean, and then they probably had a lot of water on their planets.
Oh man, but then like when you shake their hands, they're gonna be so slimy.
Oh,
Like,
they're gonna be
sea creatures.
stinky too.
Not what I wanted in aliens.
Well,
to be
what if
honest.
it's not aliens? I mean, like that. I think there's a scary possibility that it's something else
Older
that was
humans.
generated here. Yeah.
something Japanese?
No, just like
Older humans.
from Earth.
Evil
I don't know,
billionaire.
what's that island called? The special city that sunk under the sea.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Atlanteans. It could be
It's
Atlanteans.
yeah.
Yes, it's a distinct possibility. Okay, number 4. I'd like to talk about UFOs all day, but we got to move on. Something a lot less fun. The child tax credit was trending, and it's going to cover 88% of American children. But sadly, I looked it up, and none of the fathers on this show are going to see any of those benefits for various reasons.
How? 88% and 0 for 3? Holy shit.
Pat and I are ineligible for years, and Wes's situation, I think that he's just not going to get the check. So
it looks, because I think my baby son's mom claimed him on the most recent tax returns.
yes,
so
it's based on your most recent tax returns. So that's 0 for 3 for the dads on Hard Factor for
She
getting the
beat you
child
to the
tax
credit?
Well, it's like Christmases. They exchange them, and he got screwed so hard on the tax returns this
That's
year.
why
It was her year.
Yeah. I sent her half of the other stimulus checks too to be a nice guy, and now I'm getting fucked for it. I actually
Yep.
didn't send her I didn't send her half of the last big one.
Well, you
but-
might want to hold on to those, Wes.
Oh, my God.
Wes's stimulus money now.
Yeah.
Anything I get from now on.
Might want to hold on to those, Wes, because the 88% of kids who are covered, their parents are getting $300 checks every single month starting on July 15th through December of this year, based on your most recent
So, Will,
tax returns.
It's not a
motherfucker.
it's not a tax rebate. It's literally a stimulus check.
It's the first time the IRS has been doing like a program like this where they're sending out repetitive checks. So it's a brand new thing. But yes, the child tax credit at least going on this year. So
Good for her.
don't have to sign up for it. You just get it automatically. And in our case, you don't get it automatically.
You should talk to your son and like incept him to like get like the next video game system from her or whatever.
Yeah,
like, you know, like,
fuck, we don't get it over here though, Will.
Pat, because the
Unbelievable.
2021 babies aren't eligible.
Aren't babies like super expensive too? Like
Yes,
with the diapers.
so expensive.
Yeah,
Mark.
aren't babies like more expensive?
Yeah, you're spending money hand over fist. You
It's a
don't get any
perfect
money
time to
back.
get that check.
Yeah, you should get the check for a baby.
You should get more.
And it's funny too because when you Google
new
it, you can't
houses.
even-
You get
you can't apply. The IRS makes it very clear. Like, please do not apply. You will get it if you are eligible. If you
Just
didn't have a
sit-
dependent on your
just
last tax
wallow
return,
in your
you're not
sorrows of new baby life and don't
Yep.
get it.
eligible. Correct.
Oh,
That's how it works.
that's cold blooded.
It is cold blooded. So
It's not fair.
hard factor strikes out on the child tax credit.
I might have to commit birth certificate fraud.
Yeah, we just need to bump the dates back a few months, Pat, and then we're eligible. Number 3, and we'd have to just forge our taxes. It'd be easy.
Yeah, just roll back the odometer.
Number 3, R.I.P. to Charles Grodin, an actor. He was the dad in Beethoven.
Oh, I just heard about this.
Yay.
Oh,
Huge trending. He died at 86, so he had a good run.
he looked good for 86 because he looked like 45 in Beethoven.
Yeah,
just-
and that was a long time ago.
I think you're remembering him young, Mark.
He was. I mean, the scene where Beethoven shakes the mud and he screams Beethoven is like a top 10 scene.
He always,
Yeah.
Bubba. I got a picture. I got a picture of him. You guys will remember him from. He always makes this face. He's just,
Yeah.
there he is.
He's like a clean cut Nick Nolte. He's like about it.
Somebody's always wronged him and
Yeah.
like slighted him in a way.
I got a
Beethoven
fun
was his peak.
Grodin fact and Beethoven fact.
Okay.
Grodin fact banned from hosting Saturday Night Live because in 1977, I think it was, he like didn't understand the show was live, so he skipped dress rehearsal, and then he blew it. Fun Beethoven fact: I'm pretty sure John Hughes, I'm pretty sure, wrote Beethoven under a pen name. John Hughes, who wrote all the classic.
Yeah.
80s
16
films.
Candles and stuff. I thought you were going to say, although dead, he appears in the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, that tie-in will be later in the show.
Okay.
All right, number two, Vax-A-Million, the Ohio vaccine lottery incentive that was trending before is trending again. So something tells me Ohio is going to have a very high vaccination rate when it's all said and done there. Remember, it's the lottery where you can win $1 million for getting vaccinated.
That's incredible.
Yeah. How do we get the idiots to do something they don't want to do? Lottery.
But
That's
then
genius, though.
It is
Ohio
very
residents it's smart to get people to vaccinated, but Ohio residents are a little peeved, it seems like, for the government just starting a lottery with tax money.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a
Just
slippery,
willy-nilly.
It's a really slippery
It's like-
slope, like telling me like to wear a seatbelt, or I get a lottery for like whatever, doing things you want me to do. I get that, but it's still very smart.
It's effective.
I think. Yeah, it's
Responsible
effective.
people
Yeah.
hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's effective. It's already trended twice. It's going to trend again. So
I wonder if they put menthols back on the table, if that might increase vaccinations. Wouldn't that
you
be
can
a
get
play?
a pack of menthols. That's
Wouldn't
the
that
only way
be a
you can
play?
get it back.
Yep.
Carton of Newports for a vaccination.
Come on.
Oh yeah,
now.
you're right.
Whoa.
The people that refuse to get vaccinated are totally going to listen to the menthol ban. Yeah,
Wake up, people.
they won't smoke them at all if they're told not to. Yeah.
All right. Number 1, Rudy's son, Andrew Giuliani, announced that he's running for New York State governor in 2022. So if you're keeping score at home, New York, that's right. You now have Andrew Cuomo and Andrew Giuliani as the two choices to pick for governor next year. Hope you didn't puke after hearing that if you're living in New York.
That's it.
No. Oh, wait. Also, Bill de Blasio is probably one of the potential candidates you can vote for. So in 2022, New Yorkers will have the choice of Bill de Blasio Andrew Cuomo or Andrew Giuliani. I think there
Bill
are some
de
other...
Blasio might get a raise after his performance.
Yes, he's floating his name. I think there's a few other candidates who are interested, but those are the three big names. And you got to think that those names being so big, one of the three is probably going to win, right? Just on name recognition.
Andrew
I hope
Cunanan is
not.
better Andrew than these Andrews. These are some shitty Andrews, bro.
Andrew Giuliani looks like an uglier Bobby Flay. That's what he looks like.
He was the one that was the White House sports director in like the most nepotism job. Oh my God, yeah.
He was kicked off the Duke lacrosse team for being too big of a douche for the Duke lacrosse team. So it's the kind of guy you're dealing with right there. Wow. New York, Texas, and California, all three major population centers having insane times with their local politics this last like 6 months or so. With the Texas power outage, Gavin Newsom is up for a recall, and then New York. This is just, could you imagine? That is so depressing.
Yes, Will. In fact, if you're done, people of New York, the perfect segue. Might want to listen to this. Right? Are you done with the buzz?
That's the buzz. I'm done.
Okay, that's the buzz. I know that a lot of people are in New York, so everyone in New York and everywhere else listen to this. After the emotionally draining year we all endured in 2020, there are positive things on the horizon in 2021 besides your gubernatorial race. It's time to take what we learned in 2020 and start heading in a new direction. That's why instead of just celebrating a month of mental health awareness, which is this month, it should be our priority all year long. Take the first step with online therapy. Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform that has thousands of licensed therapists trained in over 40 specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more. Your therapist can help you set and achieve your goals. Talkspace is a fraction of the cost of in-person therapy. Instead of waiting for an appointment, you can send unlimited messages to your therapist 24/7, and they'll engage with you daily, 5 days a week. Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists with years of experience. Oh, I already said that.
But they do, and they're very experienced.
They do. As a listener of this podcast, guys, it's very secure and private. Like if you're worried about like doing like the online thing, they have the best technology to make sure no one knows you're doing therapy, even though you should be, because you need to take care of yourself. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use the code HARDFACTOR to get $100 off your first month and show your support for the show as well. That's Hard Factor and Talkspace.com. If you want to help yourself mentally, the best thing you can do, you want to help the show a little bit, get $100 off, go to Talkspace.com, use Hard Factor.
People helping people.
People helping people. Hell yeah. All right. Google announced an amazing technological breakthrough yesterday in the form of Project Starline. And Starline is a revolutionary next generation video chat system that makes the person you're chatting with appear to be in front of you in like a 3D super realistic hologram like situation.
Oh, it's like
Star Wars.
Yeah. Nice.
It's kind of like that. But it's not really hologrammy at all. It looks like the person's really there, which is fucking sick.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Destroys like this the sexting and like all the other stuff.
We'll see. So this technology.
Who's that Coachella guy? Sorry, Pat. Who's they did this in Coachella with some artist?
Tupac.
Was it
Tupac?
Yes.
Who's the Coachella guy?
Yeah, it was Tupac.
Yeah, they did it with Tupac.
Thank you.
And it sucked. This is way better than any Coachella hologram you've seen with that guy Tupac over there. Yeah. So guys, this technology will obviously be a game changer for remote working situations and keeping families and loved ones connected when physical distance makes that an issue.
Wow.
And most importantly, like every other technological breakthrough over the last 200 years, people are going to use it to masturbate.
Yeah, sex.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry I beat you to it, but I knew
You did. You beat it.
Great mind thinks alike. What, right?
Well, you're a human, Mark. I think this is human nature is to figure out how to fuck something.
How do I get it? When do I get it?
You're like, how can I have sex with this? It's the first thing every human thinks about when any new product comes out.
Yeah.
Every
this
situation.
enhanced my masturbatory experience.
It's #1 on the checklist.
Pictures.
That's not an option. What's next?
We're still animals after all.
Oh my God. Photographs, bro. The phone.
I don't think I can fuck this. What's the next thing I'm supposed to do with it? Yeah.
This is a nice restaurant.
I'm going to play you guys a clip of the demo that Google released to give you an idea of what it's like. And the setup essentially looks like a minimum security prison where visitors are on the other side of like a half wall divider between you and the projection of the person who's giving you a very realistic JOI. That's what's going to happen. Bubba, play the clip real quick, and you guys can talk over this. So, to give you an idea. Yeah. So it's essentially like you can't. It looks like you could reach out and touch the person, but you can't.
Yeah, it's a little choppy on the YouTube, but I don't understand it. It looks like it's on a TV or what?
So it looks like they're right there. Well, it looks like
that does look pretty good.
It looks like you're sitting in an interrogation room and you're interrogating the people, but it looks like they're really sitting in front of you and not just on a TV screen.
Yeah, it's just like an incredible FaceTime is what it looks like.
A little drop shadow behind them, yeah.
It's fucking insane. And Bubba get new internet because it blew the whole part that the whole segment.
Bubba's internet is
just so you guys know this at home.
Well, Bubba can't get this product, obviously.
It's our fault.
It's gonna be wasted on Bubba. I mean,
it's on us at this point.
Right. Well, and
yes is right. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
Okay, Bubba. I really appreciate last Friday when we did the long voicemail show that Mark went in and actually edited the voicemails. I appreciate that because that's a standard that I always set on this show. I edit my clips, unlike Wes, who rips them from a screen.
I've been doing that. I've been ripping them perfectly recently.
Well, I hope you don't share them with Bubba because he's going to ruin your hard work. Because I ripped that clip and cut it up. Be short and just hit.
Let's be clear. It's Bubba's internet speed. It's not Bubba. Okay.
Well, okay. Anyway, okay. Yeah. So Steve Seitz, guys, is the director of engineering on the project. Described it as, quote, imagine instead of looking at a screen, you're looking at a magic pane of glass. And through that glass, you're seeing another person on the other side. And I hope
you can masturbate to it.
Yeah, I hope part of the magic pane, part of the magic of the magic pane of the glass is that it's streak resistant, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry, I stepped on it again.
Yeah, you keep fucking my shit. I'm glad I wrote this.
I keep fucking on your.
I'm glad I wrote this, and we had a conversation about
it's got to hold up to window.
Coming in and
Pat, you can't do this segment. You gotta warn me to not make jokes.
Mark's just literally hit my jokes before I hit him every time. He can't help himself. So yeah. It's got a magic pane of glass, guys. So that video was titled Project Starline, Feel Like You're There Together, but probably should have been titled Project Starline, You Won't Last 5 minutes playing this game.
Yes. Yes.
I hope that they put as one of like the like they have the top features of it. It's like ultra realistic, something else, and it'll be like non-stick glass.
Right.
You're going to need a separate room for this thing. Is what you're going to need.
You will need a separate room.
You will need separate. Pat, how do you think they? I love the joke about the sex games. Like, do you think they have like test markets for those? Like, you won't last 40 seconds. Do you think they have like 50 guys jerking off and they're averaging the times?
Figure out how long they should say that you won't last.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You need a pretty decent sample size.
Well, this game's 80 seconds. We need a better game.
It's like the designer, the engineer is like very inattentive. He's like, no, it has to be accurate. If we're gonna advertise it as 5 minutes, it better be fucking accurate.
This game's turning people off. We gotta get a big game.
70 seconds. Ugh.
Let's get to the tech. So Seitz, who's the engineer, he said he summarized what makes Starline so special as three big tech breakthroughs. So the first is 3D imaging. So essentially you'll be sitting in a booth that has a 3D scanner. And then the second is the ability to compress the massive amount of data that's being scanned with that 3D scanner and send it in real time over existing networks. And then the third breakthrough is being able to render a person viewable through a 3D display on the other side of the call. So it's an insane amount of data, right?
Bubba's never getting this. It's to smell cum through the screen, yeah.
Yeah. They just plant a little cum tree in the room. Yeah. More realistic. Now, before you guys get too horned up, this technology is just a beta, and the rig to make and take these calls is very big and very expensive. According to Google, the booth is currently only available in, quote, a few Google offices, but with the frequency of people who work at Google dating each other and the frequency at which they're also reassigned to other offices, Google might want to put down plastic on the chairs in these video booths because there's no way that this is not ending in some sort of intense, realistic cyber sex as soon as possible.
Yeah, a lot of
QA
people,
team.
Yeah. planned immediately. They were like, "Holy shit, have you seen the new booths?
Yeah.
The
Look
QA
at- we got a cyber in there."
QA team teamed up, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's what this is. That they're disguising it as a office, technology. But let's be honest. They know where this is headed. And
Are you kidding me?
They're gonna
100%.
make billions.
Yeah, the internet was a communication tool for business.
Yeah.
Well, so this is
Right.
gonna make long distance relationships a lot easier. For
I was
people,
thinking
too.
the same thing. Well,
Yeah.
Because like if they get those fucking like portals in their houses, like then you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay with.
It's also going to make marriage extinct, essentially.
well, between this and the sex dolls that are like very realistic, there better not be any mass shootings in 2025 because like there's really no reason to.
I mean, dude, imagine you get the Auto Blow 2000, shout out Auto Blow, and you get whoever your hottest OnlyFans crush is in your house across from you, giving you a JOI. Like people aren't going to leave their
It's almost
fucking
unfair.
houses, man.
What's
This is
JOI?
insane. What's a JOI? Google it. Wes knows.
Oh,
I can imagine what it is, and I like it.
It's an instructional video of sorts, Will.
all
Jerk
right.
off instructional.
There you go.
Is
All right,
right?
moving on.
Right. that was the one that was too vulgar to say. All right.
I like it. I like it.
Think you're up, Mark.
Oh, you're done with the story. Okay. All right, guys. Didn't know you were done there, but this is a fun one. Remember that huge hacker attack on the Colonial pipeline all the way back last week that fucked up the gas supply on the East Coast and Southeast and caused mass panic and people to get in fights and to put plastic bags full of gas and shit. And Bubba's apartment complex was feverishly sending out emails saying, "Don't bring bags of gas in your apartments. That's not allowed." Remember that?
Yeah, I call it the beginning of the end.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to miss.
They
Yeah.
better get that technology out before. Well, the hacker group behind the attack was Darkside.
Sick hacker name, bro.
Darkside. Turns out Darkside apparently operates a ransomware by service. So what they do is they have developed, like a development team has made a ransomware, and then they sell that tool to criminals that are in their network to make money, and then those criminals then use it to just jack people or companies' entire systems up and demand payments in the form of Bitcoin to relinquish back control.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, actually.
Ransomware. So I got ransomware attacked at a job I was a project manager on when I was back in my corporate days.
That
And it's like a
sucks.
very, very common. Luckily, the files that the hackers got in this case were just like meaningless. So we were like, fuck off. You can like you just try to trace them and figure out who they
Right.
are, and
We'll pay you $0
You don't.
for this.
Yeah, we'll pay you the fee of suck my nuts, and try. You got the wrong files, bitch. But in this case, Darkside knew what they were doing, and they got the right files.
Well, Mark, are you going to get into exactly how the ransomware got into the computer?
No. Do you want to take that? Do you know it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually, it's
and
I know how this one happened, but it's always phishing, right?
An employee opened an email with the subject "more like Kansas City," and it had a chick with big jugs.
Yeah, it's always phishing. It's always like somebody in the office clicks on something, and then that's how they get inside your firewall.
Can we fire the Colonial pipeline? Quickly?
Can you blame him?
I can't blame him.
No.
More like Kansas.
Genius writing.
Dark side. Yeah, they know what's up.
Darkside was identified as the culprit by the FBI, probably after they watched a few videos where a guy wearing a mask, like the mask from Saw, used a fake voice and was like, "Hello, we are Darkside. We are responsible for the attack on the Colonial pipeline. No one is safe, and everyone has a dark side." That's usually how those hacks go. Like they can't wait until they put out a shitty video claiming it. It's like they go, "Hack, we got the money. Greg, did you release the video claiming it, please?" And so that's, great job, FBI. They found out that it was Darkside because they claimed it. But yeah, so Darkside.
There was a video though.
Of course,
Well,
there was.
that's why they have to
Sure
claim
there
it.
was.
That's why they have to claim it too, because it's just salt in the wound. It's like you hacked them, then you announced it before they could even say.
They
who
rate
it
the
was.
videos before the hack job.
Right,
You know
exactly.
it. Like the video. They do 10 takes of the video, and the video's perfected before the hack.
Immediate slap in the face.
Also,
If the hack fails, they delete the video.
imagine being on a date or like trying to impress a girl and talking about a hack that didn't have a video. Like she'd be like, "Okay, that's really sweet," and she'd move on pretty quick. But
Well, also you would just it would be buried potentially. Like they would just never give you credit. Like because I think a lot of times they probably try to discredit the hacking groups that are effective, right?
We are dark side. Yes, they claim it because they don't want another group to claim it
to get their hacking
The clout.
poon.
Otherwise, we'd all think it's anonymous.
That's their tail.
But yeah, so Darkseid, who is based out of somewhere in Eastern Europe, thanks FBI, that really narrows it down. Not only received an alleged $5 million ransom payment by Colonial just to get the keys back, but they've gotten at least 90 million this past year, all in Bitcoin and all on Bitcoin payments. So yeah,
Whoa.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
90
million so far in the past 9 months. London-based, we know this because London-based blockchain analytics firm Elliptic dug into Darkseid's crypto wallet and identified that the group has made at least $90 million in Bitcoin from different ransom payments of like 47-ish, 50-ish over the last 9 months, which averages out to about 1.9 million per attack that they've received. And they said that the 90s what they know of for sure. It could be higher.
These guys have gotten so much more.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, see what I was talking about, what I was trying to say is like the company, right? If you get ransomware attacked, for the most part, you're going to try to keep that hush hush, right? Especially if they didn't get anything that was good data. You're going to definitely like try to tell them to fuck off and then never ever get.
Oh yeah, no. Kim Jong Un's going to tell the UN that he got hacked. Yeah.
So these guys have gotten so much more money than that because there's so much on companies that they've kept it under wraps. Yeah.
And also that's so much money because it's a small team. It's like you got two guys writing the virus and then the one guy writing the email headlines. And like one guy doing the video, it's like a team of four. It's like us,
cameraman.
The video guy's such a dick too. He's like I do all the work around here.
If they're that good with four people,
he's such a diva.
Hey, I wrote Kansas City. Okay, let's not
I wrote
forget.
Kansas.
Yeah, whoever. That's the mastermind.
The key master.
What's up, Bubba?
I hate to burst this bubble, but it seems that Pat and PFT have now both fallen for the same fake.
Oh, that was a fake.
story.
That was a fake story.
The Kansas and Kansas. I'm so sorry.
Bubba, your face looks like the video that these people do.
Yeah, well, Bubba, fuck off.
Yeah,
the internet's so choppy.
Bubba's coming in with the slam dunk, but his internet's so slow.
Bubba's internet is so bad.
He looked like the guy the Back to the Future thing, the Pepsi thing that was like broken. The screen that was broken that was just given Michael J. Fox the Pepsi.
Yeah, he looked like Lawnmower Man from 1990, 88 movie Lawnmower Man.
Glitchy bubble burster there.
Were you talking about Max Headroom? And look, we found out about the Kansas City thing at the same time. It was it's someone else's fucking fault. Someone told me in person.
Yeah, well, it's still funny. It's still funny.
It's funny.
I'm sure there's it probably was not exact headline. Okay, but yeah.
But it is always like that, Pat. It is always something like somehow they just sneak their way in with some kind of link. Somebody clicks a fucking link, or they pretend like they're submitting something that's legit and it's not legit. You click the link and all of a sudden they're inside your zone. And if you don't shut down the machine that they access, they can infect everything, get all the fucking files.
Right. And being in the IT world, they call it for some reason, like in the crypto world, they call it like the developer, like the one person only worked on the code, which is ridiculous to me. It's more than one person probably. So they're saying the developer of Darkseid, which there's probably a dozen, made 15.5 million in their wallet, crypto wallet, and the like criminal affiliates or group members made 75 million. And I guess what's that's not going to go over because it's all Bitcoin. It's not going to go over well with old U.S. politicians when someone explains to them again what Bitcoin is. They're going to be like, "What? I knew it. The criminals and this thing that I don't understand." Darkseid recently fucked up Toshiba's European unit as well, and according to Toshiba, and probably Ireland's health service, which Will said, they're not really saying who did it or what happened.
So they got him bad. They
got Ireland's health service.
They pantsed. Everybody in Ireland's health records are known by Darkseid now.
Yeah. The pipeline was kind of the last straw, I guess, and their crypto wallets were shut down, and the $5.3 million and then was seized probably by the U.S. Way to take that $5.3 million back after the huge gas crisis. According to security researchers,
they probably got some of that out.
Oh, they got. I mean, all but 5.3 out. So I mean, they made.
Oh, right. That's such a small.
They left 5.3 on you. Great.
Right. They had 90.
Yeah. And according to security researchers that Intel 471 is some security researchers. DarkSide has now closed down after losing access to its servers due to pressure from the U.S. Based off of a note obtained by Intel 471 from DarkSide that said they shut down. So
they're like, yeah, we shut down.
Your case closed. Case closed. Case closed.
We quit. You win.
Won't see us again.
We're taking our 85 million.
Intel 471 shaking hands and popping champagne bottles because they found some cyber note from DarkSide saying they're closed. Good job, guys.
Don't need to worry about us anymore.
We're so outmatched in the cyber game, it's ridiculous. Joe Biden recently signed another executive order, this one to strengthen U.S. cybersecurity. No word yet on if that means he hired DarkSide or not, but I certainly hope so.
That would be the move, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
New cybersecurity is going to be a lock on your door once this Project Starline comes out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's going to be awkward, like when you know how
Your
Zoom was
cyber?
hacked and everyone's hacked. Like it's going to be awkward when someone hacks you 3D and catches you jerking off.
Yeah.
That's terrible. You
That's a
think they're
big
gonna-
embarrassment.
Well, what if they send in like the most frightening thing possible into the 3D room?
Oh man, you're still
Oh,
gonna
like
come.
a monster.
You're still gonna come, but it's gonna be terrifying.
You were getting your instructional video from your favorite actress 1 second, and then all of a sudden, whatever DarkSide thinks about appears in the.
It's
You
your mom
develop
or
a
your
fetish
wife.
now. Yeah.
Whoa!
That's how they do an intervention.
Oh, your
on
wife.
you? I'm gonna start getting in the chats age/sex/location/Project Starline.
Yeah.
That's it
I
for
thought-
me.
You feel me?
Your mom would be bad.
Yeah.
The wife wouldn't be so bad.
Mom would be bad, yeah. But the wife was a joke. Mom would be real bad.
Yes.
I thought you were going with a different relation there.
What if it was like your baby?
Oh, why would your baby there?
Jesus.
Be there?
That's what I was thinking. I
'Cause
thought
they're
Pat was gonna
hacking
go.
you.
I thought Pat was
Yeah.
going to go for.
But they're gonna have to get your baby into the
They're
photo
gonna have
booth.
to. They're gonna have to take. They're gonna have to find one image of your baby and 3D render it. Oh my god.
Yeah, deep fakes. It'll be
Do you
easy.
think? Yeah.
All right.
How are they gonna get your mom in there? What are you talking about? Same way.
Okay. Moving to the international TikTok
What am
moment.
I doing here? What did you say your name was?
Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
You said I'm gonna chat with my son.
Oh no!
Put your penis away.
It hasn't grown much. I see.
I'm usually at water aerobics on Wednesdays, but
All right, moving to the international TikTok moment, guys.
right.
And hey, this is going to be an all UK international TikTok moment. If you've got some international stories, please send them to us at Hard Factor News, Twitter DM, Instagram DM. We appreciate your help, just like Florida Man Friday stories. Bubba, you got the timer ready to do this?
Oh, this could be dicey.
This is going to be a mess.
Even
All
all
right.
those numbers.
yeah, the timer looks like it's being projected.
It's
from
going to be
the
frozen. I'm going to have no idea. what's going on.
NES. Nintendo
Timer's-
Entertainment System.
The timer's like the alien that's like, kill me.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
let's
like
get
a bad fake ID of the timer.
Yeah, it does. Let's get started. Number one, pointing to more evidence of UFOs, and I'm not sure if you guys were aware, but our ancient relatives were actively trying to ward off UFOs from coming here and messing with us, which is why they drew giant warnings into the hills of England as deterrents, like this one, the CERN Abbas giant in Dorset, England. The giant chalk line figure carved into the hillside was made by digging into the ground and then filling the trenches with chalk. The image depicts a 180-foot tall naked man holding a club and sporting wood, seemingly saying, "Hey, aliens, you come and mess with us on Earth, and it won't be a good time for you." Scientists have scientists have speculated about the age of the massive hillside carving for years, but recent tests using new technologies suggest it dates back to the Saxon Age over 1,000 years ago. And in case you were wondering, the giant erection is 26 feet in length. It would certainly make me keep flying to the next planet, unless that's your thing, of course. Keeping it in the UK, a new study out of King's College in London has found reported something we all probably already knew anyway, that 40% of college kids age 18 to 30 are addicted to their smartphones, and that of 40%, around 70% are getting terrible sleep. And of those 70% that reported terrible sleep, 100% reported altcoins, trading altcoins until 4 a.m. to hit those international pump and dumps. I made that last one up, but it's probably true. Basically, the study found that smartphone addiction is directly linked to a huge increase in poor sleep. From the study's director, quote, smartphone addiction was associated with poor sleep independent of duration of usage, indicating that length of time should not be used as a proxy for harmful usage. So it's important to note that the nature of how you are using your smartphone, I'm assuming being obsessed with social media versus work-related activities, is the biggest indicator on poor sleep. So guys just making moves all day might get great sleep, but a guy checking TikTok all day, which you should, is probably getting screwed when it comes to sleep. Another study out of Florida said the average college student will spend 19 years of their life on their smartphone if they continue this way. Yeah. Finally, to Ireland for a case that exposes the ridiculousness of weed laws in the world, as Paul Lee, who is 54 of County Cork in Ireland, has pled guilty in court to possessing $4.86 worth of marijuana that authorities found when they searched his home. It was in a grinder and clearly for personal use. Lee's lawyer explained to the judge that Lee is awaiting an MRI result for some pain the chef and gardener is experiencing due to osteoporosis. Lee moved to Ireland many years ago to escape heroin addiction due to the pain. His doctor prescribed him some opiates, but Lee is scared to take them for fear it will trigger a relapse into heroin and possibly kill him. So he turned to a little mixture of CBD and weed to alleviate the pain. But even after hearing that, the judge would not allow him off with community service until he's clean. He is ordered probation and 2 random drug tests. This is Lee's 6th possession. In Ireland, they have an adult caution system when it comes to weed, which allows small amounts of marijuana charges to be dealt with outside of court. Might not go on your criminal record, but if you're a first-time offender. But the moral is here: give this guy and every person who need their weed, the weed, for the love of God, you old white monsters.
Yeah. Over the opiates, they're like, what the fuck?
It's amazing to me that Ireland has a single law at all.
Right?
Isn't it supposed to be the Emerald Isle? That's not very green of them
No.
to be shutting this guy down.
No, it's ridiculous. He's just trying to get some pain relief, and So.
How does the judge sober up enough to make it a decision?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
19 years on your smartphone, though.
Yeah.
19 years on
that's
your smartphone.
sobering. You know what? That makes me think. That's why I'm 100% for the Neuralink, because you're getting those 19 years right back.
Regardless. Well, I mean, you're going to be on it either staring at it like this or thinking about it.
Right. So you might as
it.
well just think it and live your life out,
Yeah.
and then you get literally
then your eyes
20
can
years
be
back.
out. You know.
Right.
I agree.
The guy that did that study, Mac Hagood, professor of media journalism and film at Miami University, said the best way to combat being obsessed with your phone is to make sure that only apps that serve a purpose are installed on your phone.
Give me a
And Mac, I say, shut up, dummy. So
Sure.
Somebody was like, "Hey, it's 2021." Also, like those guys that drew the full wood giant onto the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just thinking like, all right, if these guys know that we carry around clubs and have hard-ons all the time, they'll just leave us alone.
Exactly.
You know what happened is one of the aliens got scared of a guy with an erection in a club.
Right.
Back in the day. And they were like, oh.
Chased them
Some guy told him, yeah, I mean, it was not going well until I got hard and I chased him.
What if they drew an alien?
They flew right away.
They drew an alien bent over and they just pointed to the sky and some ancient guy with a club just giving it to the alien.
Towards you.
This is you.
calling their shot.
You alien.
They just wrote out, we fuck aliens.
Yeah. Big deterrent. All right, guys. I don't need to tell you this, but I am in love with my bird dog shorts. Guess what? Turns out they're so popular because they are actually fucking awesome. Go figure, right? In case you didn't know, bird dogs are shorts with a built-in silky soft inner liner that makes underwear obsolete. When your girlfriend, wife, partner says, "Hey, honey, I'm going to the store. You need more underwear," you can yell back, "What the fuck for? I don't wear underwear anymore. What are you, nuts?" If you're not wearing...
What, you're about to call her a name?
I was.
I swear to Christ, if she asked me one more time about the fucking underwear. Wait for it.
She knows I don't wear underwear.
What are you, nuts, you idiot?
We went over this.
If you're not wearing bird dogs this Fat Boy summer, then what the fuck are you doing? Did Bird Dogs do it again, or did Bird Dogs do it again? Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code Factor, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs whistle ball. You remember those little Nerf Vortex Howler whistle balls that you threw? Yeah, that's it. Except Bird Dogs put their logo on it. It's genius. Check it out. I got one right here. Got mine, my bird dogs in the mail.
Nice.
You can't hear it, but you can, if you throw it, it'll whistle.
You can probably throw that to my house from where you are.
I easily could. No problem.
I could. I know that.
Yeah, but no, legitimately, I ordered 2 more shorts. They gave us a free pair for the sponsorship, but I love them so much I ordered 2 more on my own dime. So they're that good. Bird Dogs promo code Factor at checkout, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle ball at checkout. I actually, So anyway, get you a pair too, and you will not regret it if you have my very prestigious word on that.
Hell yeah. What's the most important thing you're going to do today? I'll tell you what, breathe. You know why you breathe? Because of fucking trees. Science lesson and an ad coming at you. You probably upgraded a few things around the house this pandemic. You were stuck inside. Makes sense. Now it's time to turn your yard into a paradise with fastgrowingtrees.com. Yeah. Get a tree. Spread some oxygen. It's the right thing to do.
Spritzing fuckus the ficus.
Yep, Will's taking care of fuckus, the ficus. Skip the big box stores, guys. Head to fastgrowingtrees.com, the world's largest online nursery. Why would you mess with a smaller one? There's no purpose to that. No more waiting in lines, messy cars, digging through lackluster selection, dead trees, none of that. All the trees are live at fastgrowingtrees.com. Thousands of them, tons of them, shrubs, plants, expertly curated to thrive in your area. That's one big thing for me. I've been looking for a tree that sustains high winds because I moved to the fucking Meadowlands. Fast growing trees got me.
Looking for a tree with the gold chains attached to it.
Exactly. Whether you're looking for shade, privacy, fruit trees, whatever, every plant is shipped with well-developed root systems ready to explode with new growth. I love fast-growing trees. I love fuckus the ficus. And this is just a better way to buy trees. Fastgrowingtrees.com. Planting season is here. Join over 1 million satisfied gardeners at fastgrowingtrees.com. Plus, the 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee means your plants will arrive happy, healthy, and ready for planting. And now through June 30th, if you go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor, you can get 15% off. That's 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor, fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. Final story of the day. Boys, if you know me, then you know that one of my favorite things in the world is justice. On multiple occasions, I've spent way more hours than it was worth tracking down people that have wronged me or my friends. Like when I spent the better part of an afternoon chasing a vagrant on a bicycle after I saw him steal a padlock from a gate I was near. I love justice. I also love democracy. And I also love the idea of
you like some vigilante justice though.
No, well, I like to taste the justice. I don't like to let the police officers have all the fun. I like to taste the justice.
Sometimes, but you also, you just love a manhunt too.
Oh my God. I've gone on so many manhunts. This one time, this guy was counterfeiting tickets to a music festival I was working at, and we caught him because people kept showing up with the fucking same ticket. And I was like, I pretty much dropped my job running the front gate, went on an investigation. Who'd you get this ticket from? What's his name?
That was probably your favorite day.
Oh, my dude, we made the guy Venmo us $6,000. It was awesome. Fucking awesome. Or we call the cops. Anyway, yeah, so I love justice. I love democracy. I also love the idea of sharing resources with your neighbor, but that's for another day. But on the topic of justice and democracy, guys, nothing has made me happier over the last couple months than Googling Capitol rioter arrests and then seeing the idiots who tried to interrupt our democracy slowly creeping towards justice. See what I did there?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Needless to say, I've been following the story of the king of the idiots, the Q shaman, Jake Angeli, very closely. And a couple of months ago, when the story broke that the mother of 33-year-old Q shaman had to plead with the judge because the Q shaman was starving in jail on account of he only eats organic and they didn't serve it in jail.
He has a very, very high level diet. Yeah.
I thought the chronicles of the Q shaman had peaked. But I was wrong because yesterday there's a website called Talking Points Memo, and they published part of an interview that they did with the shaman's attorney, Albert Watkins, and they were interviewing him about the patriots that were facing trial for the invasion of the Capitol building, one of whom is also his client. And here's the quote from his attorney, guys. A lot of these defendants, and I'm going to use this colloquial term, perhaps disrespectfully, but they're all fucking short bus people.
Yeah, perhaps disrespectfully.
Yeah. These are people with brain damage. I mean, they're fucking retarded. They're on the goddamn spectrum. But there are brothers and our sisters and our neighbors and our coworkers. They're part of our country. These aren't bad people. They don't have prior criminal history. a lot of them do. Fuck, they were subjected to 4+ years of goddamn propaganda, the likes of which the world hasn't seen since fucking Hitler.
He
that was
disrespected like mentally challenged people worse than like the satire way from There's Something About Mary. Is like the guy with the forehead like a drive-in movie theater. We put a rope on him and he runs back and forth. And
Mongo.
That's the worst
Mongo,
lawyer ever.
Is that guy serious?
This is a public
Is he?
defender.
Well, there's no defense, Will, because the Q shaman first tried the Trump defense, which essentially said I was adhering to my commander in chief's requests, which didn't work for an actual Marine. So it wasn't going to work for Q shaman. So the lawyer's kind of out of options here. He's
just going to make an offensive tirade and probably get like canceled himself over those.
He's going to call him a fucking R word.
Yeah.
He went on to say that the shaman does have Asperger's. And guys, if
Does
you're
the
wondering,
lawyer have Asperger's too?
Yeah, he must. I don't know. Maybe he just like was kicking back on a cocktail on a Friday. Thought he was having a little fun with the press. The press are never your friends.
Right? Yeah.
They're never your friends. If someone's ever talking to you on the record, unless it's hard factor, be careful what you say.
No, if you say it to us, we're definitely going to publish it. So
we're going to publish it,
but we'll be laughing. We'll have fun doing it
the whole time. John McAfee. If you're wondering, guys, exactly what is going to happen with these short bus patriots, we'll continue to update you, but here are the cliff notes. 420 people have been arrested thus far. That's pretty sick, 420. The number could go up to 500. It's the largest investigation in the history of the Justice Department, and prosecutors got creative with different laws to make a lot of the charges felonies because federal trespassing is only a misdemeanor. So it's mega complicated with people challenging the validity of the law. And Kevin McCarthy, the top House Republican, said on Tuesday that he would oppose an independent commission to investigate the January 6th Capitol attack because he's a cuck for Trump. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor.
I'm certainly not a cuck for Trump, but it just feels like punching down at this point. Like
felonies, come
people,
on.
like
a lot of them.
Don't give
the people that
don't give them all 10
will
years in
get
jail.
felonies.
They don't fucking need 10 years. Yeah, the people that maybe threw like basically killed with like a fire extinguisher, like the police officers out there, fine. But just all these idiots that went in there, like don't give them 10 years. They don't.
500 guys are just walking around the rotunda.
And they're not. There were way more than 500 people that went in. So they've broken them down into 3 categories. But the really interesting thing that I heard was, so because it's unprecedented that they have a crime of this size, right? This many people participating in a crime, that like the example they gave in the New York Times was if, let's say, 4 people attacked a cop, one was actually attacking the cop, one person was preventing people from helping the cop.
What do you think people would be saying if on the flip side they were trying to do this to all the people that pulled down statues and like anybody who was
that's what Kevin McCarthy, the Trump cuck, is saying. He said, we won't do an investigation here unless we go back and investigate BLM Antifa.
Right, a little different. I mean, these guys, it's a little more intense. But what you're saying, Pat, is like it's that scale times like
because it's like if you have 4
200 guys watching instead of 200
guys. Four people committing a crime like an assault at once, like and depending on what the judge is going to do, you might just
the getaway driver versus the trigger man versus 4
of them with the biggest crime. But if you have
can't do that with all
20 groups of 4 people or 60 groups of 4 people, it makes it really challenging to figure out like what to charge each one of them with from an assault perspective. It's mega complicated. But
should look at their past criminal records, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking R words. That's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't hire that guy as your lawyer, or maybe he's a fucking genius. Maybe he's a law genius, and it's gonna work out. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, unless you're a short.
Can we get him on the show though? Is the real question.
He's probably staying out of the media for a little bit after that one. After his partners had a little chat with him, you ruined our practice. Have a great fucking day.